Alright. I figured I'd put you on the way in this time instead of on the way out. Let's see what we can get into today. Oop, like there's anybody here again. Alright. It has been raining for like 3 days, so let's see what we can get into back here. I've been on a little bit of a hiatus for the past couple of weeks, but we're kind of in the middle of a renovation right now, so it's hard to find time to come out and take some of these. But hopefully we'll find something good back here today and go from there. There'll be a whole lot of mud, I can almost guarantee that. When it's not raining, there's a whole lot of mud back here, which actually looks like a big part of it is already dried up. It's a good thing for me, probably a bad thing for anybody that wants to come back here on a quad, but as for us two-wheel folks, the less mud, the better, unless you're into that kind of thing. I've done it. I've gotten in the deep mud on a bike, and in my opinion, it's just not very fun. I've been there, I've done it. I'll have a bike back in here at some point. Oh yeah. But yeah, we're actually going to try to make it clear back. I know I kind of cut you off halfway on the last video. We're actually going to try to get you clear back into the bog this time. It's not too bad. I know when I sit down you lose a lot of the sound, so I'll try to stay up for as much of the ride as possible, which, I mean, really depends on what kind of terrain you're riding on. You really should be standing up anyway. But if you've got a bike with relatively soft suspension, I guess you can sit down more. But yeah, the last weekend, actually not the last time I was there, I was out here after work one day, and I was back off of one of the logging roads, so I didn't get the video of that. But oh yeah, there's people back here boring. Anyway, I hit a log and I snapped my foot peg off. So I had to limp it to my shop with one foot peg and the other one was in the trunk and try to get it fixed so I could ride again. So I was riding down the road with this foot up on the highway peg, trying to keep, since I really didn't have a foot peg to keep it on. But yeah, got both mirrors back now, so, and I don't have on my riding boots, so I'm gonna try to stay out of the mud as much as possible. It's a little bit chilly today, so I've got on my solid jacket instead of my vintage jacket, and I kind of like this one more anyway. But when it gets real bad, when it gets real hot, you just can't wear it. It's too much. But I kind of like this one. It's a lot more comfortable. And it's a long tail jacket instead of my vintage jacket, which is a short tail. So I'm 6'2" anyway, so the short tail jacket stops at like the middle of my stomach, which is fine when you're sitting down, but once you go to stand up, it's not too happy. But I guess that's really not all that important. That's not what y'all are here for. Actually, I really don't know what y'all are here for. I mean, I never would have imagined I would have gotten, I think I'm at like 50 some views now on the last video I posted. And for being a nobody, I mean, to me, that's pretty good for a first, my voice just cracked. That's pretty good for a first video, I think at least. I think that's pretty decent for a first ever YouTube video. Well, first ever moto vlog at least. I've got a couple other videos up there. Just random stuff that I've recorded over the years. Like there's a video from one of my old remote controls I had. There's a video of Ghost Recon Breakpoint. And I think there's a video of Beam Engine Drive as well. When I tried to do this the last time. But nobody really cares about those, I've noticed. I'm not a big enough name for people to come and watch my gaming videos, at least. But I thought was wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I never really knew what was going to happen with it. So right here's where we cut off last time. What was I saying? Oh yeah, YouTube channel. I always wanted to try one, and of course I did. I tried some gaming videos and I tried some RC videos, and as I stated, I mean, nobody really cares about those, I've noticed. But the other video I put up of me on the KLR back here in the Croatan is actually, it's doing pretty decent. I think it's doing pretty decent. Now obviously there's channels out there that do way more than I do, but hey, I'm proud of myself. That's really all that matters. Look at that stick. But yeah, so hopefully I'll get back onto a weekly upload schedule. I know this next couple weeks might be a little rough because, like I stated, we're in the middle of a renovation, and we're going back to West Virginia here in a couple weeks. From North Carolina, obviously, but we're going back here to West Virginia in a couple weeks, and we've got a big mountain ride planned. It was my idea. It was like, it's about 10 of us going, and of course I'm going to try to video as much of that as possible and get as much of that on the vlog camera and as much of that on my fairing camera and my fender camera. But I think I'm going to ride in the back, so my fender cam might not really do any good. I mean, just going to see a bunch of mud and shit getting thrown up behind the bike. That one might not be a good angle, but you'll have my vlog camera here, and you'll have my my other GoPro on the fairing. Hopefully, if I can find a way to stabilize it a little bit, we'll try to get some good quality entertainment out of that. I imagine there will be. There's about 10 of us going, and everybody going is on a completely different skill platform. Like, I consider myself a pretty decent rider. I've been riding for a long time, many thousand miles, and there's me going, and then there's my dad's going. He's got a couple buddies going. I've got a couple buddies going, but the skill set is going to be all over the place. So hopefully we'll get maybe some layovers. Somebody will end up in the mud. Maybe somebody will drop it over in the creek. Shouldn't have went down. But I'm going to try to get it all on video so everybody else can watch. And we'll have that for the rest of our lives on YouTube. You may notice that the bike is a little bit quieter now than it was last time, because I put my spark arrestor back in. It was out for the longest time, but I realized riding back to the National Forest, I don't think anybody'd say anything, but I know some national forests have some rules against sound ordinance and spark arresters and everything. So I figured if I'm going to be out here a lot, which I am trying to be, trying to explore all this acreage out here, then I might as well go ahead and put it back in. I mean, it's a KLR, it's not a powerhouse anyway, so. And if I'm being honest, it was loud. I mean, it was really loud. And when I would ride for an hour, 2, 3 hours, 100 miles at a time, it'd get annoying. And then I wouldn't notice it while I was out riding, but on my way back, I would definitely, well, not necessarily on my way back. Once I got home and shut the bike off and everything and went inside, my ears rang for like another hour after that. So yeah, you can call me a bitch if you want. I'm not going to complain. I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. But it was getting annoying. And of course, when I was younger, I mean, everything was straight piped. I mean, I'd make everything I had absolutely as loud as possible. And now that I've grown up a little bit, I've kind of gotten over it, kind of gotten out of it. Like when I was younger, of course, I mean, any vehicle I had was straight piped. I had a straight piped Cherokee, I had a straight piped diesel. I had pretty much straight piped everything. And then of course I had the big speakers and everything in it, big 12s, and I had several sets of 10s and great big bass and all that kind of stuff. But now it's just kind of chill. I mean, I've got a Roush Performance F-150 that came with an aftermarket exhaust, and it's got the nicer audio system in it, and I mean, it really does just fine. I mean, I think I've kind of grown out of it with age. Of course, I mean, I'm not that old, but I think the 5 or 6 years that I was like that pretty much burned me out on it. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens in the future. I do want a project truck or a car of some sort that will definitely be straight pipe, but it'll also have some godforsaken massive ass V8 in it that makes like 700 horsepower. So that, I mean, that kind of comes with the territory. You kind of got to straight pipe those, but if you're into cars, you understand. To us car people and bike people, and I'm sure there's some watching this video right now, these bikes and cars and stuff, they're more than just a vehicle to us. They're an individual. I mean, I know full well, I named everything I've got. Everything's got a name. Bikes, cars, trucks, everything. And if you're into cars, if you are a car guy, bike guy, it doesn't matter. You'll agree with me 100%. I mean, it's more than just a car. I mean, it's an individual. Now we're getting into this nasty stuff up here. Brakes, brakes, brakes. Catch load. Oh yeah, these Tusk tires are doing great. If anybody's looking for a slight review on the Tusk D-Sport tires, I 100% recommend them. Now, I will warn you though, your first 100 miles is going to be a little twitchy on the highway. I noticed right after I put these on that about 65, 70 miles an hour, I could feel the front twitching a little bit, kind of like that. And I think it was because of the knobs being so tall that, I mean, it gives you a really, really small contact patch. So it kind of throws you all off. But once you get, I think I've probably got close to 1,000 miles on these already. Damn, I ride a lot. Anyway, of course I ride to work and everything, but I've probably got close to 1,000 miles on them, and I mean, now I love them. They were a little twitchy at first, I mean, they're noisy, of course, they're street knobbies, but I love these tires now. I mean, I've gotten into some pretty sketchy shit on this bike, like this area right here. I've gotten into some of the nasty stuff like that, and the bike just crawls itself right out. This is the bog I was talking about in my last video. A pretty nasty area back in here. We're gonna try to avoid as much of it as possible. Yeah, you'd get swallowed up in some of these holes out here. This way. Alright. Out of that. Now, if I remember correctly, I don't know if this road goes too much farther up through here. So once we get up here, I'll turn you around. And I might cut the video off, I might not. I don't know, it depends on how I feel once I get up here. I mean, you saw what it was like coming in, so it's gonna be just like that on the way out. And I've got another spot I'm gonna try to hit today that I'm gonna try to get another video. So I might cut you off, I might not, I don't know right this second. I guess we'll find out. However, I did realize I probably should have brought a water bottle or something with me, and I did not. But it's not a big deal. I'm not too far away from the house. I can suffer a little bit. I can suffer a little bit. Typically I keep a water bottle or I have a backpack on, but I had to go to Lowe's was the whole reason why I came out. I didn't see that coming. That was my bad. Save yourself. But I had to go to Lowe's. The whole reason I brought the bike out, and I was on my way there, and I was like, you know what? I haven't made a video recently. I go this way. Ah, I killed it. Anyway, yeah, Lowe's. But then I realized I hadn't made a video in a while, so I was like, yeah, I should probably go ahead and do that. Like I said, I know we're in the middle of something, but for a growing channel, I'd like to keep you guys updated as much as possible on what's going on in my life. You may learn a couple things, you know. you know how I get on these rides. I just kind of start rambling, and it's kind of nice doing it now on camera, because before I would just ramble to myself and I would just talk to myself. So I got the idea. Of course, I watch a bunch of moto vloggers and stuff on YouTube, and I was like, I ramble enough to myself. I wonder if somebody else wants to hear my rambles. And well, according to the last video I put up, about 50 people do. So hey, I think that's some progress. Yeah, I don't know how deep these holes are. I don't want to find out how deep these holes are. We're going to try to go around. Da-da-da. Oh, that goes. We might check that out. Give a little run down through there, because I think the end of the road's right up here. So we'll get turned around and head back out and go check out that little trail right there. See what it's all about. But I promise over time, I mean, I think these first two videos have been okay, but I promise over time I'll get better with editing, and I'll get better with actually doing the vlog and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully it'll be pretty good entertainment. Now we're going to turn around here. That trail's not too far back through here, so I think it's going to lead you on. But yeah, I promise over time, if I keep doing this kind of stuff, people keep watching it, then I promise I'll get better at editing, and I'll get better at actually talking, and I'll get better at maybe more than just rambling. Unless that's what you want. I mean, if you want me to ramble, I'll ramble. But if you don't want me to ramble, I'm going to try to do, maybe we'll have some conversations and stuff while we're out here. I mean, y'all can answer any questions I have in the comments, or send me a direct message. Doesn't matter. You can find me on, like I said last time, you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram. I don't have a Facebook page for the channel or anything yet, so I'm probably going to leave it at that until I get bigger. But yeah, you can find my personal Instagram. It's under FoxRider428. That kind of goes back to what we were talking about last time, where I made the name up when I was, you know, when I was younger. I think it was like 13 or 14 at the time. And I can't get rid of it. I can't do away with it. I'm gonna rock that name until I get tired of it. But it's been hanging around for like 10 years now, so I doubt I'm gonna get tired of it anytime soon. I don't remember exactly where that other cutoff was. It's up here. Down. Thing is, I like this KLR. I don't like this rally dash. I'd like to be able to look easily. I'd like to be able to see my front fender a little easier. So probably going to remove that. Anybody wants a rally dash for a KLR 650? Let me know. Free of charge. I'll give it to you. Hopefully I can get to find a factory one, or maybe there's nothing back there. I haven't really looked at it yet. I just leave it how it is. Just take the dash off and call it good. Did I miss it? I don't think I missed it. Did I miss it? No, I don't think so. I think it's right up here. If I missed it, that's probably going to be all you're going to hear from me for a little bit. I'm going to shut you off on the way back out, and we'll pick back up later. But if I didn't miss it, we're going to head out that trail and see where it goes. That's the nice thing about an adventure bike. You can adventure. You can really pretty much go wherever you want, especially you get a good set of tires like this. Go wherever you want. This is all national park back in here, so shouldn't have any issues with any landowners or anything like that. I think they've got them marked on the trees where the property line ends. I'll probably never find it, but I'm sure they've got it marked somewhere. Yeah, I totally missed it. We're back up in that bog now. Alright, I'm going to shut you off, and I might see you in a little bit. If not, I will see you on the next one.